Good morning, students. In case you have forgotten me, I am Professor Vishwanath from the Department of Studies in Biochemistry. You all know that India is going through a great crisis because of the pandemic outbreak of corona disease. So, because of that, the country is locked down, and it is more than a month that we don't have any academic activities. So I'm sure that this will cause a lot of concern for all of you, especially who are in the fourth semester, and also the parents about their educational career. Don't worry, I assure you on behalf of university authorities that the staffs will definitely support, and whatever we have promised during the introductory classes regarding the syllabus, we will cover whatever may be the hardship. Then we are going to have the regular examinations, and then you are going to have the regular degree so that you will not be discriminated in the market while getting a job. The university authorities also had a meeting with the chairpersons. So myself and Professor Kempraju, we have attended this meeting through a Zoom application. And the university authorities informed that some way we have to occupy the students with curriculum in these difficult days. And immediately what we have done is that we had a departmental council meeting, myself, Professor Kempraju, and Gopal Marathe. And you know that we have completed 2 months of the syllabus, and we were ready for the C1 component. Even we have announced the timetable. At that particular time, the lockdown has been imposed. So now, since we knew this in advance, so we have converted all our questions to an assignment. And we have informed that during the initial lockdown period, so you please complete this assignment so that you can submit. So when the lockdown is open, so that we are already done with the C1 component. Unfortunately, the lockdown has been extended. Now it is extended till May 3rd. So that is a very long time. So because of that, Vice Chancellor suggested that I think we have to have some mechanism to engage classes. Then during the departmental council meeting, we decided that as a part of the curriculum, the student has to provide or has to give a seminar, and they also have a dissertation, and the final year students also have a paper presentation as well as the project work. Then we sent a circular stating that the junior students to prepare a write-up for the seminar topic and also the PowerPoint presentation so that you can submit to the respective guide so that we can interact and we can do the corrections. So by the time the classes is started, so we can immediately have those seminars and other academic activities. Then with respect to the dissertation also, it is the same. You already have the topic, you have to do the literature survey, and then you have to compile the data. And when it comes to the fourth semester, when we discuss the same thing in terms of the paper presentation and also the project presentation, project compiling, so we inform that whatever the data you have it from the past 2 months, you compile the data, you write the materials in method, you write the introduction, and keep everything in a right format so that whatever the time is available, so that we will wind up your projects with the limited experiments, and then it is ready for the submission. Then I came to know that most of you have left the laptop in the hostel, or the notebook, everything is in the hostel, the textbook or in the hostel, we don't have it, it is going to be very difficult. Well, in this situation, again we discussed, then we decided that all right, somehow we will engage all of you through online program. And during the discussion, I myself and Kempraju, we informed Vice Chancellor that we will make some videos of how we do classes. Those videos will be communicated to the students as a pilot experiment, and looking into their response, I think we will continue the whole process. So in this regard, this is my maiden video class. And I will send this video to all of you through WhatsApp. I know that both juniors and seniors, we have made an academic group. So in that academic group, I think I'm going to post this video. You please go through this video. Now, this video is done using my mobile in my study room. So I don't have, the lighting facilities or the sound facilities. So you have to tell me what is the clarity, how good it is audible, so that you can understand what I am talking. Then if I do get a feedback, for sure, then in the next month, probably before May 30th, I'm sure that even though May 3rd they are planning to open the lockdown, it will continue at least for the education institutions till the end of May. And if this video is fine, by the end of May 31st, I'm sure I can complete the entire syllabus through this video lecturing. So because of that, a honest feedback from all of you is very, very important. So let me explain as a general topic about the current coronavirus pandemic disease. Now, coronavirus, why it is called coronavirus? Because the structure of the corona resembles that of a crown. So because of that, they have borrowed the Latin word corona and they have named this virus as a coronavirus. It is a group of viruses usually infect animals and cattle, not human beings. There are about more than 13 different forms of coronavirus have been identified. And these coronavirus are like flu viruses which infect respiratory system, causes respiratory distress. So before 2019, earlier there were two similar outbreaks by coronavirus. So that was in the year 2002, again by the coronavirus. That time the name is given as SARS, meaning severe acute respiratory syndrome. So now that was in the year 2002. This again started in China. So now how the whole process is started? The primary virus, the primary animal or the host which harbors coronavirus happens to be the bat. Okay, so in China, from bat, this particular virus is transmitted to a wild animal called as a civet. So from the civet, again, this coronavirus undergoes a lot of multiplication, and during this particular multiplication also evolves. When the right time comes, it will infect humans. So as a result, the first outbreak happens in China in 2002, and that one is named as SARS. Now this SARS did not become a pandemic because it became an epidemic and mostly observed in southern part of Asia. So India also experienced some amount of SARS infection. But people developed immunity immediately, and then I think this was not a threat at all. Now in 2012, again coronavirus causes a similar disease in the Saudi Arabia. It is called as a MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. How MERS is occurred in Middle East or it is Saudi Arabia, again the primary source for coronavirus happens to be the bat. From the bat, it got transferred to the camel. So camel, these viruses multiplied, and when the right time comes, it infects or it infected human beings. And WHO was a little bit concerned with respect to the MERS. It might become a pandemic, but luckily MERS also came into control within no time. But the WHO was worried and also informed, especially the China, that if there is a next outbreak, it's going to be very severe. So you have to be very careful in handling the wildlife animals. So that is what is called as a biodiversity policy. But in 2019, again, the coronavirus outbreak happened. So initially it was an epidemic, became an endemic. Now it became a pandemic. All right. So now how this coronavirus started in 2019, again from a bat. So it is transferred to another animal. Possible animal is called as a pangolin. From the pangolin, through the wild market, it got transferred to the humans. So now from the humans, so it is also started from one humans to another human being. So since this coronavirus disease started in 2019 or identified in 2019, it is called as a coronavirus disease 2019, in short form COVID-19. But the virus which causes COVID-19 is called as coronavirus 2. You will be wondering why it is called coronavirus 2, because this coronavirus resembles the coronavirus which initiated the outbreak in 2002. So the SARS virus which causes outbreak in 2002 and the coronavirus which started in 2009 have got similarities. So because of that, COVID-19 is the virus which causes COVID-19 is SARS-CoV-2. Why the other two outbreaks are not that dangerous, and why this COVID-19 is quite dangerous, principally because of the viral load. Suppose if a person is infected with coronavirus, he will not show any symptoms, but he is a carrier. And he will not show any symptoms because he has got a very good immune system. All right. So now this particular person has a capacity of viral load to infect 3 people. So that means one, he can amplify, he can transfer the disease to 3 more people. Now the 3 more people is capable of transferring that virus to another three people. So it is like from 1 person to 3, 3 to 9, 9 to 27. So the infection outbreak is going to be in an exponential. Whereas in 2002 and in 2012, the viral load is only from 1 person to 1 person, not more than 1 person. So because of that, it was easy to control. Whereas in case of a COVID-19, because the infection is exponential, so the number of infection statistics increases exponentially. So because of that, we have to break that infection chain. So because of that, rather than the government, the only way in which we can control is not to be in contact with the coronavirus. Because even you do see a lot more radio discussion, and one of the doctor in today's morning radio is informing that this coronavirus has got a lot of ego problem. He will not come to houses. You have to go and invite him. So that means, so in order to be safe from the coronavirus, be at home, don't go outside. So if you try to be outside, then the chances of opening of the lockdown is going to be very difficult. So the infection curve, once it comes down, when, for example, if the Mysore or in Karnataka, if you do not report any new coronavirus infection, now that is the safest time so that we are going to have the lockdown clearance. Otherwise, if the steady increase of coronavirus increases every day, then it is highly likely that they are going to relax the lockdown system. So Mysore is considered to be a red zone principally because we also have a pharma in Nanjangud industrial area that is called a Jubilant. We really do not know how the Jubilant members got the coronavirus. Now from there, I think now most of the positive cases are the employees of Jubilant. I'm not targeting the Jubilant, but this is the fact. And most of the Jubilant workers live in and around Nanjangud as well as in Mysore. So because the University of Mysore has a jurisdiction of Mysore, Nanjangud, Chamarnagar, so now it is difficult to relax the lockdown, especially University of Mysore. So because of that, I have a strong feeling that even though there is some relaxation, educational institutions will not open till the end of May 31st. This is my gut feeling. So because of that, let me clear so that we will start some of these video lectures, and then I will try to cover most of the theory components what I'm supposed to engage in terms of recombinant DNA technology and introduction to molecular biology, I would like to complete through this video lecture. I hope it is very clear and you will understand what it is all about. And you have to give me a feedback in couple of days. Suppose if the whole thing is going to be a successful one, so I will request both Gopal Marathe and Praju sir and other faculties so that I can make similar videos, and then we can communicate you through the WhatsApp application. And so I will say goodbye at this particular time because I only have to handle my mobile.